is the premier speedrunner in our community. Mars, I will say, is a young upstart. He is a younger runner as they're getting underway here. Just the improvements that he's made over the last year and a half. He was the Cinderella story of the Warpless tournament last year, making it all the way to the finals, if I'm not mistaken, and has proven to be an extremely tough out in these tournament settings.
Yeah, and this year he's seemed pretty unstoppable so far as well, just turning in times like, I want to say like 1910 he got in one race.
Easily. I don't have every single race time in front of me, but phenomenal. So we are going to see a bit of a styles clash here. Different ways to go about it. Mars grabbing the power-ups in 1-1 and 1-2. Cosmic going the traditional 1-3, 1-4 route coming through here. As far as race settings, Mars is the safer strategy, but Cosmic is slightly faster going through this.
Yeah, and it does depend on the way that you tackle it as well, and Cosmic is going for the faster method. So that's fun to see.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I definitely can tell you Cosmic is taking this very seriously. Usually, if he's racing somebody like me, he's going to goof around a little bit, but I think he's definitely in this one to win this one. So, yeah.
And so that said, we'll see Cosmic get his first power-up right here. Oh, he actually missed the box a little bit there, but so the reason that some players will wait until 1-3 and 1-4 to grab their power-ups is that those ones are actually a little bit more, or a little bit less out of the way and a little bit faster to grab. It's just a little bit harder to get through 1-2 without getting hit while going at full speed.
Absolutely. Coming into the first castle here, you'll see Mars go by. Cosmic's going to stop, grab that. Little trouble there with both power-up grabs, so he is going to be just a little bit behind coming out of here. But in the terms of a 20-minute race, well, I'm going to say 19.5-minute race with these two guys, it is very minimal at best. This is a best-of-3 matchup today, so we are not just watching one race. We are guaranteed at least 2 of these till we get a winner. So if you find yourself on a bad race, it looks, just get the finish in, get the time in, and then play for the next one is really what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, I have a feeling these are going to be pretty close each time.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. So 2-1, no problems with the springs for Mars. Cosmic with the same. So there is a little bit of a difference in the time here on the delays and everything. It's not synced, but 250 through there, and yeah, it's such a minimal difference between the two of them right now. It is actually an extremely close race.
Yeah. Yeah, I think basically what happened was Cosmic went for the faster power-up grabs, but didn't grab them faster, and so it evened out.
Absolutely. First swim here in 2-1.
All right, good. Both players with firepower, and they're both using firepower as well. You see, some players will go into crouch swimming even when they have firepower, but I don't think Cosmic did. He hasn't. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, they're both just using regular firepower, getting through this level optimally. If you see 3:10 on the timer as they grab the flagpole, which they both got, that means that they did the level essentially perfectly.
Yep, and again, just absolute tie right here. Mirror just what we expect from the top runners as we have them coming into 2-3 here. Still a lot of basic platforming here on the early stages of the games. Those unfamiliar with the run, these cheats can be problematic, but you're going to see them do these duck jumps, which is going to lessen Mario's hitbox, make it easier to slide through some of these, and then fire blast what they can and go through. Fairly simple. 240 on the timer is going to be the optimal time. I see no reason either of them are going to get it. And beautiful job by both of them going into our second castle.
We had some really close cheeps there. Cosmic did a really sweet duck jump at the end there. And yeah, now that our timers are synced, we see that the players are basically synced. It looks like they're about 1 frame rule apart here, or about a third of a second apart.
All right, one tough jump coming up here. It is a crouch jump to this platform to go up and through. Both of them just execute perfectly. Early shots. Mars had it eat had Bowser eat the first two on that fire. Kosmic not so much. So I do think that gives Kosmic a slight lead coming through here.
I think they're perfectly synced. Just about. All right, coming into World 3 here, we see a lot of more interesting platforming early on. 3-1, I think, is one of the first levels that starts to look really, really impressive, especially because it's got Hammer Bros in it. So we see the Hammer Bros introduced now, and we've got this Koopa staircase at the end that's a bit of a nightmare, but both players, again, synced up, get through it essentially perfectly.
Executed with relative ease. 3-1 is definitely one of those levels that it's not hard to learn how to get through there optimally, but it just feels good when you get through it. So
yeah, and I mean, no matter how good you get, you can get tripped up by the Koopas on the staircase at the end are especially a thing. All right, 3-2 has our favorite part here. There
Thank you, Goofy.
So Mars thanked Goofy there. Kosmic just went for the tougher jump at the end.
All right, so when we say thank you, Goofy, there is a spot that you heard Mars shoot the fireballs with the music, and that does despawn one of the Goombas there at the end, making that jump to the staircase much easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a slightly
Mars
larger
swagging
concept.
through the platform there. I did not see if Kosmic went for it.
Yeah, I think I've seen Mars go for that every time.
All right, beautiful timer for both of them, and we are now into the third castle. We are just cruising along so far here, Dash.
Yeah, and as a slightly larger concept, the idea of despawning a Goomba at the end comes from the fact that the game actually has more enemies planned in the levels than the NES is able to handle. And so in this game, actually, depending on which enemies you defeat and which you leave, you may actually see different patterns. And so players have sort of taken advantage of that by figuring out certain strategies that you can use that manipulate what happens a little bit later in the level in regards to enemies. And some things that you can do make things a little bit easier, and some things that you can do actually make things a lot harder. Like in 5-3, there's a really specific Goomba to smash that we'll point out, I'm sure.
All right,
Man,
so one thing that we do have to say, Mars getting stair boss there. He's going to lose some time to Kosmic. The interesting thing is I'm thinking Kosmic is running off the spreadsheet to know where those Potaboos were in 3-4. Otherwise, he's just otherworldly good. Mars did take a safer approach, which lost him time coming through there. So now there is a pretty sizable lead, and I say sizable just because of how skilled both these runners are for Kosmic. Now, I'm not going to say commanding, but definitely the way they've been playing so far, sizable lead now.
Yeah, but then Kosmic takes his first hit there. Looked like he missed one of his Piranha Plant shots, which is a nice thing to point out, the fact that, like, every time that a player jumps up and shoots a Piranha Plant as they come down on it, it's more precise than it looks, because in this game, you can notoriously sort of jump through the plants because of their small hitboxes, but that also means that you can shoot fireballs through them if you don't hit them very precisely right on the stem. So there we saw Kosmic take his first hit just from one of the hundreds of shots you have to take in the game, just a couple frames off.
All right, interesting strategy here. Kosmic does not go for the power-up in 4-3. Mostly because there is not a second power-up for him to get to full fire, so I think he's going to run small only and get the 5-1 power-ups going through here. But Kosmic, again, just absolutely tearing through and has the advantage of the fire kill here in Bowser, which we did not touch on. He is going to gain time on Kosmic by not having to watch that bridge animation with a fire kill coming through here.
Yeah, this will be a perfect example of why firepower saves you time. You see, Kosmic had to watch Bowser fall down there while Mars, the fanfare, just started just as he touched the axe. And right, the difference there is the fact that Bowser was already dead to fire at the time that Mars touched the axe.
All right, so slight mistakes from Mars, and I'm not even going to say mistake. There was a couple of safety spots there and one stair boss, but relatively canceled out by the fact that we are now short, and 5-2 going to be the power-up grabs. I made a mistake there, getting my levels confused here pretty quickly. But you can see the difference in the time loss through here, and Mars is on to 5-2 with, again, still powered up. Kosmic's going to be looking for that mushroom in that fire flower.
Yeah, and here's when the run gets really tough as well. So 5-2 starts out with this cannon that you really have to watch out for, because sometimes it just decides to shoot you if you're going full speed. But then also, this level has a ton of power-ups in it. So Kosmic kind of has his choice on which ones are the fastest. Looks like he actually goes by a couple of them. I guess he's not powering back up yet. I'm a bit curious as to what his strategy is going forward here then.
Possibly 5-3 and 5-4. 5-4, you do set up for Royal Good Bars in a race setting, so that would be one. You have to wait for that anyways, so...
Oh, that's a really good point, yeah. And that's one thing to talk about as far as this, like, super, super high level of play goes. So Kosmic's going for 5-3, and then, yeah, I think you're right about 5-4, since you have to wait there anyway. But yeah, at this level of play, like when you get hit, it's not just a matter of, I need to get firepower right away again. Kosmic's looking an entire world ahead and planning out which power-ups he thinks are the fastest to get.
All right, so you're going to see Mars wait here till 292. That does set up what we call the Royal Good Bars, guaranteeing some really good fire bars coming through here. And making quick work. Kosmic's all powered up. Did the same thing, going through. Mars, beautiful fire kill, and we are on to World 6, waiting on that Potaboo. And Kosmic takes another hit. What a tough pattern for Bowser from 5-4.
Yeah, that was super rough. And yeah, you know, I haven't mentioned it before, but I've been noticing that, I feel like all of Mars's Bowser kills are super insane.
Absolutely. He is getting some very quick kills going through there. Kosmic with a Swag-a-2 kill there in 6-1. Jumping up and through. And again, there's a lot of power-ups to grab here in 6-1 as well. But at this point, I don't think Kosmic is watching Mars running it back. But understanding the skill that he has, there's a point where is getting power-ups worth it for me anymore at this point in time?
Yeah, because the thing to consider there is that it takes about, well, at this level, it probably takes about 6 seconds, maybe, to grab power-ups. Maybe a little bit less. And each time that you hit the bridge animation, you know, that saves you 2 seconds or something like that.
About 2 or 3, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, very roughly. So now that we're in World 6 and there's only 2 Bowsers left that are timed, you know, you do start to wonder how much time left that it actually does save you.
Absolutely, so 6-3, some nice basic platforming.
Yeah, and to clarify, the reason I say that there's 2 timed Bowsers left is because time ends right when you hit the axe in World 8, regardless of whether there's an animation.
Absolutely, and again, Kosmic making good work of this. Definitely has the small only strats when you play as much as you do with Kosmic, especially the different...
The opening Potaboo in order to manipulate the fire bars later in the level. We'll probably see Kosmic do the same as well. All right. So I got a little bit of buffering there. Are you seeing that as well? All right, well, so we got them both through. Are we still synced? Well, it does look like we're still synced. So getting into World 7, we see just a cacophony of bullet bills and hammer bros in this level, which is insane to do. Small as Kosmic is, we see that he actually got a pattern there where he had to stop and wait for a second. Very, very smart, because that is one of the things that is just so easy to die at when you're small. Meanwhile, Mars cruised on through with firepower. And getting into 7-2 then, it's very interesting in levels like this how much being small actually doesn't really slow you down. Mars has some safety with firepower, and there are definitely some patterns that you can get that would that you would really need fire for. But for the most part, having this small hitbox that Kosmic has is super advantageous. To the point where some players, even when they have firepower, they opt to do more of a duck swim type thing.
All right, 308 on the timer. Kosmic getting some good patterns here. Will he get the troll bill? Got some bad cheaps there at the end, so we'll lose a little bit of time again. Just in a term of racing here at this point, if you're Kosmic, are you just kind of cruising through and looking forward to the next one? Being down one race is going to be tough, but this is a best of 3 matchup here today, so...
All right, and yeah, good to hear that. It sounds like we're back as well. I hope you and I are in the same spot on the video here. Mars just grabbed
I have
the
Mars
flagpole.
just finishing 7-3.
Perfect, awesome.
All right, good, back in sync. So 7-4 here. We did not touch upon it on 4-4. This is the second of the 2 maze castles. There is a specific path that both runners have to take in order to advance the level. In the remake of Super Mario All-Stars and in the Game Boy version, Super Mario Deluxe, there is a notification that lets you know that you took the right path. When you're first playing this on the NES, you had no idea until you somehow got through. For these runners, they know which way to go, and they can get through here with relative ease. We are on to the final world of the first race.
You know, I do like that in Super Mario Bros. 2 for FDS, you don't really have to memorize the castles. You just have to go whichever pathway seems the hardest each time, it seems. Like, whichever is the most out of the way. Alright, getting into World 8. So, Kosmic, we mentioned the despawn thing earlier, and he does take the despawn there. I'm sorry, that was Mars doing that. But we'll probably see a similar thing from Kosmic as well, as after he jumps over these couple pipes here.
He is going to play it safe, so he's not going to set up for the despawn.
Oh, yeah.
Mars cruising through, 200 on the timer, optimal time. Kosmic is going to lose a little more time. And took a death there to the pipe jump, trying to make up some time. So we are going to do a quick refresh on the commentary stream to get back up to speed.
Yes, I will do that as well.
All right.
There we go, Mars flagpole.
Kosmic gets the pipe jump this time. Mars through 8-2 looking to it. At this point, with the death, again, and I'm going to say this over and over again, this is a best of 3, so there is a bit of conservativeship. Just, maybe try something here if you're Kosmic, see what can work today, what's feeling good today. This is far from over. We've still got, at most, 1 more race, if not 2, coming through here.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, they're so close that I really don't think that there's anything necessarily different that Kosmic needs to do. Just, as far as strats go, I just feel like there were a couple unfortunate power-up losses. But other than that, they are still pretty close to each other here.
All right, so Mars here into 8-4. Now, the big story here is he is on an amazing pace right now. Relatively few mistakes, so I'd say within maybe a second or 2 of PB coming through here. Does get the pipe jump there into 8-4. He is on to the turnaround room here. Little wrong warp. We're going to push the screen forward to trigger the next one. Did not go far enough, so making sure that he's got at least through there on the swim. He is going to take the duck swim there. This time, under the fire bar. Going through last couple of fire bars. We've got 1 room left here for Mars on fantastic pace to start here as Kosmic's getting into 8-4. Over and through. Takes the hit there, but 19-15. What an amazing time for the first race. Mars does get the first win in this tournament, Dash. What did you think about that first race?
I mean, 19-15 is absolutely insane. And one thing to point out is that, I mean, these 2 were not very far off at the end. Kosmic's in 8-4, meaning it like that whole time, if Mars had made a mistake, then Kosmic would have been caught right back up. So it definitely wasn't decided all the way until the end there. And because as we see, Kosmic's making it through 8-4 now and into the water section. Beautiful swimming section, small here. We'll see how he handles the ending. Gets the Podoboo. Gets the Hambro, waits for the Podoboo. Nice Bowser pattern. And gets in with a time of about 20:07 there. So yeah, if Mars had allowed it, if Mars had made a mistake in World 8 without there being any checkpoints anywhere, I think Kosmic would have caught right back up and maybe could have won. So it was a bit closer than it looked, I think.
Absolutely. So, and again, that's just what it is once we get up to here. It is it is just those couple mistakes that do make the difference there. And the death aside, 20 minutes and 7 seconds is a fantastic time, especially in a race setting. But when you're getting to this level of competition, those couple mistakes are going to be the difference. So,
yeah. So, we're gearing up for game 2 here, and I think, I'm gonna say I bet we're gonna go into a game 3.
I would absolutely love to see a game 3. I can tell you right now, Kosmic's big comment in the race room was, "Whoa, huge slop." So definitely going to be tightening up here in game 2. He is going to be coming on with a fury against Mars here. Mars is 1 win away from advancing here, so it is anybody's match still going on right now. We have the next one getting set up here. So Dash, I'm going to challenge you right now. Big prediction. What do we got?
I think it's going to go to game 3. And I don't know if I want to say who I think is actually going to win, though. But
boy,
I have an idea, though. Maybe I'll write it on a piece of paper so that I can show you at the end whether I was correct. I just said the idea of a prediction now. I feel like I'm telling the runners something. I don't know.
Oh boy!
But that's my prediction. Game 3.
Game 3, I would love to absolutely see coming through here. But again, Mars, a couple mistakes, stair boss there, a couple stair bosses there, little slowdowns, took it safe. Not much really to improve upon from his performance. Just clean up a few things and continue to run smooth. So.
All right. And yeah, man, let me say too, like, I have been pretty blown away by Mars this entire tournament so far. Like, he was really good last year, but I feel like this year he's on another level and is like this year I feel like either Mars or like both the runners here, Mars or Kosmic, but I talk about Mars because of the difference from last year. I think he could win the tournament, which is a crazy amount of improvement.
Absolutely, and Mars, like I said, the young upstart coming through here, just took the tournament by storm. Took the Super Mario All-Stars tournament we had at the beginning of the year by storm, and just cruising through the tournament so far. Not too many hiccups coming through there. But again, you're up against and this is again weird to say it, former world record holder in this category, Kosmic, the first person to get a sub 19. So never count out Kosmic when you're going through these races.
Yeah, so opening up, we're seeing not surprisingly, we're seeing the same strategies here. Mars is going for the tried and true, grab the power-ups as early as possible, while Kosmic is going for the, basically the RTA strat, you could say, of doing pipe jumps here in 1-2 to get through as quickly as possible, so that he can grab the 1-3 and 1-4 power-ups, which are technically faster to grab if you do it perfectly.
I will say, not as clean of a power-up grab for the Fire Flower from Mars. This time around, did not get up there, had to go through. Doesn't really change his time that much, but definitely something a little sloppier. Going through doesn't really cost too much, but, you know, when you got to run this a couple times in a row. Kosmic, though, having trouble with these power-up grabs as we're talking. This has definitely been a problem for him today.
Yeah, so he backwards bumped on the up and down platform, which just kind of threw Mario all out of whack. If you hit and now they're synced, if you hit a platform on the side while Mario is moving backwards in the air, it causes some kind of funky things to happen. As far as like his position on the screen and how the camera behaves, which is actually how the wrong warp works in the any percent strats, or it used to actually with the Blaze It strat. It's not even that anymore.
Whoa! Oh my goodness, Kosmic taking the hit in 1-4. This is again still just a little bit of slop from Kosmic here, not on his A game today coming through.
Yeah, that was so brutal. He hit Bowser with 4 out of the 5 shots. One of them missed, but he recognized that Bowser wasn't dead, so he ducked and slid under him, which might have been fine, but Bowser just did not move far enough away, and ended up landing on him.
King Koopa, definitely King Kappa in that situation. So Kosmic now going to have to look at power-up grabs coming here. Where is he going to go ahead and grab him through here? Mars, again, though, clean into 2-2 into the first swim.
Yeah, so he didn't stop in 2-1 for them. 2-1 has a plethora of power-ups, but yeah, once again, just looking to see, or looking to plan out what are going to be the most optimal power-up grabs to grab.
2-3 and 2-4 at this point, I would think, if you want to carry fire to the castle, which you probably do this early on in the run, compared to taking the hit later in the run that we saw in the first race.
Yep.
So Mars again, fire coming through clean.
Yeah, and as I was talking about, it's just, but I think it was during the kind of technical part, difficulty part before, just the fact that, like, it's really interesting the way that getting through a water level small is really not disadvantageous versus fire, because the smaller hitbox is such a big deal in those levels.
All right, so both runners now at the end of 2-2 going into 2-3. We'll see what Kosmic does. Mars just has to go ahead and keep pace at this point.
All right, nice jumps under these cheeps here. Some of these cheeps can often jump like in spots that are so... Oh, by the way, so Mars is shooting out just kind of random fireballs here. I think the reason is because they might hit a cheap, you know? It might also just be for fun. But
preventative cheeps for the most part.
Yeah.
Preventative cheap blasts for the most part. Cosmic did go for a flagpole glitch there, did not get the power up, so we're really going to have to see what the strategy is at this point, and be as it may, interviews at the end ask what's going through his head. Definitely not powering up here at this point, can't get fire, it doesn't matter. Mars with a little slip up there, gonna have to take a little bit slower to get through, but on to World 3, still powered up.
Yeah, the approach to Bowser in 2-4 and in 5-4 are super brutal. So a lot of the time you'll see you have to jump over the pits and then immediately over a fire bar, and it's really easy to drop into the pit instead if you land just too early. And here we are into 3-1. So Kosmic's just busting out pipe jumps now, which is pretty great.
Pipe jumps with relative ease. It's totally not a difficult trick if you're Kosmic at this point.
That was so cool through the hammers there. Under one hammer, bop the other one.
Listen, swag over speed. That's what I've said every single time. So.
Nah, that was fast swag though.
Oh, absolutely. So Mars is powered up, but Kosmic is not far behind. He will lose ground in every single castle, but Mars still has to play perfect. He is not in a comfortable lead at all at this point.
Yeah, so it's been very interesting to see, to see how Kosmic's playing and these little slip-ups. So Mars just got stair-bossed a little bit there as well. So even though Kosmic is small, he does seem to be gaining little incremental amounts of time on Mars here. But he is still small, though, so every one of these castles, as long as Kosmic is not fire-killing Bowser, every one of these castles will give Mars a little bit more of a lead by default.
And again, I'll say it over and over again. As we get to the finals here, we see the top runners as Kosmic, unfortunately, takes a death. Not sure if he was stopping for the power-up there, or if he was going over, missed the jump, but he's going to have to start over. There's a death. Now Mars with a little bit more of a lead. So Kosmic not grabbing the power-up. We're probably seeing small only the rest of the run here.
Yeah, that looked like one of those times where it's worth noting that very often players have to jump just 1 or 2 frames after they land. Like, Mario does a lot of bouncing in this game, right? And sometimes it's at a glance, it can be hard to appreciate how precise every one of those jumps is, as far as timing it right on the correct frame. And it looked there, I would guess that Kosmic probably hit jump about a frame before he landed. Thus, he didn't jump, didn't realize it in time, and ended up running forward for a few frames into the Koopa. And that kind of thing is so easy to see happen.
All right, so we're in here to World 4, 4-1. Nice little breather level here. We're going to see Kosmic employ some any percent strat, stick him small loading, getting the Lakitu there at the beginning. Absolutely love that swag kill. Again, I will reiterate, swag over speed, in my opinion.
All right, yeah, the jumps over the plants and pipe jumps off the backs that's my favorite.
All right, he's going to set up for FPG, I do believe. Nope, he's going to take it up the top, go through there. Mars into 4-2. Gonna probably go with the same team bottom route, blast these plants.
So last time, both Mars and Kosmic went bottom route. I'm very curious to see if Kosmic goes top route now that he's small. I'm betting it. I'm locking it in. I bet he's going top route. Oh, he's blazing it. What?
Ooh, all right, so we are going to have to refresh again. We are a little behind you on the commentary. Sorry for the terrible commentary details for what you saw in the past.
Hang on a second, Kosmic. He did blaze it and
Easy trick.
Went through bottom route doing pipe jumps.
Easy trick all day. So, Mars coming in here into 4-4. This is the first maze level. We did not touch upon it the first time. Proper path to go through here. Now, the one key thing is, too, when you're learning this, is during long walks in this game, you tend to want to jump and play around. One of the things that's terrible with this game is if you jump at the trigger, it actually won't register the trigger, and you do fail the route and have to start all over again. So there is a bit of a patience when it comes with these maze levels that you have to learn early on.
Yeah, I thought about mentioning that earlier, the fact that, like, a lot of the time in castles, you see players just kind of jump into the ceiling repeatedly just for fun, right? But for some reason in Worlds 4 and 7, they don't do that, and yeah, that's exactly the reason, is they don't want to loop the castle.
In this game, you have done that once or twice, and you have felt like a total idiot boss for it afterwards. Shoutouts to Takate.
Yeah, the other thing to worry about with it is, besides jumping, I mentioned the thing earlier about how the camera gets messed up if you backwards bump into something. That can also mess the triggers up, because if Mario is too far right on the screen, it doesn't trigger at the correct time, and so you might be just, like, navigating some platforms or something as it triggers, and then you end up looping because of that as well. So lots of little weird things to think about on those levels. Basically, you have to be on your best behavior in those castles.
The game will definitely punish you if you do not. Mars through 5-2, optimally at the 347.
Yeah,
just cruising along.
5-2.
Cosmic with a little bonk there. Does have to wait. Gets the hammer bro before he takes the shot. Kosmic at this point, just still cruising through small only, even with the one death. Just a fantastic run so far. Mars taking 5 through with ease. bops that Goomba there. You have to bop that Goomba, otherwise the second platform despawns, and you cannot jump that gap. There is another way to go through where you hit the Koopa and not the Goomba, but the Goomba is the easiest way to get through there.
Yeah, and it should be mentioned also that you have to stomp the Goomba. If you shoot it with firepower, it's not good enough.
Absolutely. So 5-4 here.
Ooh! Kosmic got that weird bullet bill shot where if you try to run off onto the platform, you bounce off of it. But he recognized it early enough to not end up falling because of it. Meanwhile, yeah, Mars is just charging through. But the thing is, Mars is only one level ahead. So yeah, it's a comfortable looking lead right now, but when we get into the later worlds, when there's not checkpoints anymore, it's not enough of a lead to allow you a death or something like that.
This race is far from over. Mars is ahead because he has run relatively clean, minimal mistakes. Kosmic has made a couple of mistakes, and that's the difference. The skill between these two runners, it takes one slip up from Mars, and suddenly that tide turns and Kosmic's back in it. Here at 6-1, we did not touch upon this before. You do see them jump on top of the kind blocks and take a nice little medium jump. That actually causes that Lakitu to despawn, not throw the first spiny, which makes that first jump a lot easier for you, especially trying to go fast.
All right, so Mars is cruising through 6-2 here with firepower, which has lots of those piranha plant snipes that I was talking about earlier. But Kosmic is small, and he's been on his pipe jump game today. So, but 6-2 is the level that we kind of see the most of that on. So, it's going to be really interesting here to see. Oh my gosh, to see an optimal small 6-2, which Kosmic is pulling off here with all these pipe jumps. Oh, and there it is.
Absolutely beautiful.
Optimal 6-2 from Kosmic while small. That's really funny. He was Kosmic's power-up grabs were a bit sloppy today, and then he was taking a lot of unfortunate hits. But now that he's going small only, he's playing really well.
I'll tell you what, if we were judging by style points and not overall time, Kosmic is way ahead in the lead. Not to say that Mars isn't showing off some swag through here, but Kosmic did not get to the platform on 6-3. That is his second death. Mars is going to increase that lead yet again going through here. So we're going to see, as long as Mars stays clean, he is on to the semifinals, but Kosmic still, with 2 deaths, not that far behind in terms of this game.
I'm sorry I commentator cursed you, Kosmic.
I will absolutely say that. That was all Dash's fault, not mine. Everybody, please, I am not part of that.
Getting into World 7 here. So Mars, once again, blasting through with firepower. Still has not taken damage. I mean, Mars got through the entire first race without taking a hit, I think. And this race, he has not taken a hit yet either.
I mean, technically, he took the hit on the hammers in 8-4, but you're jumping through that to touch the axe. That's intentional damage, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
So, 7-2 here. We're going to see Kosmic go through, jump on all of these cannons, make it nice and easy. Tough pattern there from the bros. Got it with ease. Mars flying through it. Tough pattern there on the second run, but...
Man, Mars has been doing really well on these choke points in the underwater levels as well. Relatively early on in the level, there's that point where it makes you go through the small little tunnel. Oh, he's got the blooper at the end, and he barely makes it. That was a really good read, knowing that he wasn't going to get hit by that blooper because it was really close.
Got the blooper and got the sound glitch, the cancel with the fireball there, so... a little swag there from Mars coming through too here, but Kosmic again with 2 deaths is still in the swim, so not far behind at all. I'm gonna keep reiterating that it is not over until you touch that axe in 8-4.
Yeah, and one of the big reasons for that, like we've been saying, is that in the levels in World 8 are some of the longest levels in the game, and they don't have checkpoints anymore. So a big mistake in World 8 easily swings a race over.
All All right, so touching the flag in 7-2, Kosmic touching and Mars touching the flag in 7-3. We are now into the castle in 7-4. Really not much else to say that we didn't see the first time through. Mars going to take a very similar path to the approach. Mars has done this level so many times, I'm pretty sure he could do it with his eyes closed.
All right, meanwhile, Kosmic getting through 7-3 small and getting all the coins, too. I'd like to point out that he's collected every coin so far.
Absolutely, yeah. Had to take a couple there. One of the things that we failed to mention through 7-2, especially small. Oh, went for flagpole glitch, did not get it. A little short of the jump there. Those Koopas there, as opposed to 2-3, if one of those cheeps come up and their hitboxes connect, that Koopa changes direction, and especially being small only, that can throw you completely off on a jump and down into a pit. So that is a dangerous spot to be in, especially small. So.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest nightmares in that level for sure. All right, so with 8-1, that 8-1 is going to be another level that's... Oh, Kosmic jumps through the Bowser hammers. Looking excellent there. And then, yeah, so we see Mars cruising through 8-1 with firepower. 200 on the timer is optimal for this level, which he nails. Now, a lot of the time when you're small, like Kosmic is coming in here, you end up taking a couple safety strats and getting something more like 197 or 195. Oh!
Ooh, he was going for the pipe jumps. He was probably looking for optimal at this point. This is his last chance if he cannot pull off this win here in the tournament. So you do have to go all out at this point.
Yeah, I was... Oh, and he misses the second pipe jump as well. But this is World 8, though, so... sorry, this is level 1 in the world. So it doesn't take much more time for him to have to reset that there. But this time he is going for safe strats. Didn't go for the pipe jump the third time.
All right, so Mars now into 8-3. Double shot there for the beginning, so... Firepower, 8-3, can be a difficult level. Anybody who's run any percent with small only knows the challenges of this level. With fire, not so much. Just kind of blast these hammer bros. Don't have to worry about it. Make sure you take a bonk here at some point to get the 42 on the timer. Mars hitting the invisible block right there to make sure he gets the 42. And Kosmic now 195 on the timer through 8-1 onto 8-2. Mars is into the final level.
Yeah, that was solid for 195 is solid for running through small with safe strats there.
All right, so Mars about the same pace coming in here to 8-4, kind of in that 1915 mid 19-1x range going through here. Gets the pipe jump. See how he does clean. He's going to come through. Mars taking the death, or Kosmic taking the death on 8-2 there on the pipe jump. Mars gets the turnaround room a lot cleaner this time. Doesn't have to worry about taking it safe. Gets the duck swim there a little late. Didn't think he was going to get it activated. Got through underneath. He's going to get through the fire bars. He's got one room left.
Man, that water section was clean. Oh my gosh.
Oh, he takes the hit on the Potaboo. Will the iframes get through? Yes, it will. 1914 for Mars. Mars is your winner, moving on to the semifinals.
All right, Kosmic missing the bullet bill glitch there, but getting into or getting done with 8-2. Man, that 8-4 was so clean from Mars. Someone predicted a 19-0x earlier, and I thought he was gonna get it. But 1914 just after that is such an insane race time. 1915 and then 1914. That's what I'm saying. Like, that is so difficult to imagine racing against. I really think that I think that Mars is in a good position to maybe win this whole tournament, playing
absolutely.
Playing
so
like
that
he
is
did just now.
It's just the consistency that you see over and over again from Mars going through, and again, that's what really puts him in that level, just to make him such a tough tournament racer. And there is a difference between a PB attempt versus a tournament racer where that consistency is huge. And a lot of these guys are good at both, but That's through on there. So Mars 2-0 does advance to the semifinals, pulling up the bracket right now. And joining us right now is Mars02 for his interview. Mars, first off, congratulations on advancing a 1915 and 1940 for your two races. Walk us through that. Pretty much the same run back to back.
So basically, I stair Boston 4-1 in the first race, and then I stair Boston 3-2 in the second race. So that was a lot of fun. And I lost some frame rules here and there. I wanted to get a time like around 1911 for both races, but wasn't able to pull through. But I can accept these times any day for a race.
Yeah, in 2 out of 3, pulling out, 1915, 1914, just like 2 in a row. I was just saying is like, it's so tough to imagine racing against that. So yeah, I hope you're feeling well about it, because that seems insane to me. Is there any particular thing that you're looking to practice in that case? Or since it was mostly stair bosses, which isn't necessarily something you specifically practice?
Yeah, there's really nothing I particularly practice. I just do runs.
Sounds good. And so this seemed like a really pivotal race in the bracket. I mean, everything from now on is going to be tough, but I'm curious as to what your thoughts were coming into the race beforehand. Did you expect to go 2-0 or anything like that?
Well, I was really thinking it was going to go either way. I thought it was going to be like, I might win one, and Kosmic might win the other 2, or I could take 2 wins. It was really just kind of hoping and praying for me.
Yeah.
So I did notice 3-4, you were playing it safe. I'm guessing you were not going with the spreadsheet for these runs?
No, I don't use the spreadsheet for races.
All right. And were you, in fact, watching Kosmic on a restream, kind of figure out where he was at the time? Or
No, I don't watch the restream in races.
all right. So no spreadsheet, no restream. Mars just going through and running his best race possible. So other than that, just that the only other question I would have going through there, again, goes back into it, prepping up, going against Kosmic. We all know how strong you are in the tournament settings, but is there a little bit of a nerve that gets to it? Like, I am going against the guy who broke the 19-minute barrier for the first time. I have to absolutely do my best. Or do you just kind of stick with the strategy and go, this is how I'm going to do it, and if it works, it works?
Yeah, it's basically like the second thing you said. It's kind of like, I mean, it was both. It was like, I am going up against one of the more better runners of the category, and I have to really just play really good. I went risky in 8-2 both times just because I was racing Kosmic. He was really good. So it was kind of like both what you said.
Okay, absolutely. And I am going to look forward into this. You do move on to the semifinals in the tournament, where you're either going to face Jeremy MKW, who also has a 1903, number 8 in the world to your number 6, versus Kaku with a 1916. Again, not a slouch time. How do you feel about your matchup there?
Both of them are really good. I mean, I did face Kaku in the group stage, but if I go up against Jeremy, I'm probably screwed. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna end well.
I think if you I don't know, personally, I think if you played like you did today, I feel like that's good enough to win the tournament. Personally, not to put too much pressure on you, but I think it's true.
You really just see how it goes.
Definitely the favorites. I will, for full disclosure, say I think I have you and Ace going in the finals as a repeat from last year, going through there. So big hope for you moving through as the number 2 seed in this tournament so far.
Thank you.
All right, and guys, we're going to go ahead and touch up on these. First off, I want to say thank you to SpeedGaming for doing the restream on this. They do a fantastic job every single time. You do see Mind of Me in chat there. She is doing a fantastic job helping us out with this. Go ahead, and if you haven't already, and I hope you have, follow SpeedGaming 1 through 6. It is an absolute just fantastic array of different races to go. Even coming up right after this, there is an SMB3 randomizer race coming up. If you've never seen a randomizer, SMB3 is one of the best ones to go watch. So definitely stick around for that. As always, I want to thank our newest Twitch partner, Rupert83, for just organizing and setting up all these tournament races. None of us are here without all the work that he puts in, sometimes thankless for what he does. I am always appreciative of the work that he does going through there. So final comments coming up to here. Dash, what do you got?
I just also want to thank everybody for watching.
All right, perfect. Mars, final thoughts before we end up here.
GG's to Kosmic. I think he did pretty good in this race, and good luck to everybody else in the tournament so far.
All right, well, that's going to do it for here. We're not going to end the episode yet because we are going to be moving over to the Spanish to English portion of this going through, but I am going to end it here on my end. For Mars02, for Kosmic, for Dash Retro, Mars moving on in the tournament to the semifinals. I am the Elder Spork. Everybody, have a great day.
See you later.